Sunday afternoon. It's the NFC West show, and please be gentle with me, boys. I know we're done. I know the Rams put us to bed, but hey, how are we guys doing?
Good. Hey, I got my own wounds to lick, so I'm not
we're,
even paying
we're all
attention.
feeling it this week.
Yeah.
We're all feeling it this week.
Yeah, you guys got a couple of tough losses this week.
Yeah,
I mean, it was fine for me, but
yeah, it's good. Looks good for you until Monday night, right? I guess. I suppose you kind of everything's on a little bit on hold, but yeah, it was a tough Thursday night, Friday morning for the Niners fans over here. I mean, lots of stories, lots of poor play. I mean, obviously I think it's quite interesting what the big story after that is obviously Devondre Campbell and all of that that's come out of that, which is it's kind of taken a little bit away from, I think, Debo's massive drop, which considering how vocal, should we say, Debo has been in the last couple of weeks about the rest of the team and whatever else, that I think, wow, what a drop that was. That was painful.
That was a walk-in touchdown.
Yeah, he was clean in, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
AI tells us he leads the team in drops, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No,
nothing's been sticking in his hands this season at all. Yeah.
No.
Like, you can't cry for the ball and then not catch ones that hit you square in the hands.
Yeah, I mean, it was like you see it from like the end zone, which he should have just walked into. It was perfect, and Purdy threw it. It led him onto it. He just had to. He's done it season after season. He's caught those quick slants and taken it for,
and that's
miles.
Just it. He has done it.
He's going to have to pull it up.
Season. I think the Niners are just having a down season. Let's just what you've been out of 4 in the last 5 championship games. You had a down season. It happens.
Yeah, I think, as you say, it's probably one of those.
And then drop over the middle. Debo Samuel would have had the first down and maybe a touchdown had he caught it. Now the crowd, of course, responding to the fact, give me the ball, and look what happened.
Well, you're right. I mean, it's man coverage.
Yeah. That's that shot, that one from behind where he's so open, it's hitting him so cleanly in the hands, and it's a stroll in for the only touchdown that might have been of the game. It might have actually got us the win and kept us in the. Although I know we're not mathematically eliminated, but with a divisional record of 1-4, yeah, I can't.
0.1%, although isn't mathematically out, is mathematically out. Like,
yeah, just put it away now. But you're right, JT. I think
plane has to catch on fire and blow up.
Everyone has to lose to everybody else, and it's just like the world has to spin in the opposite angle and something else for us to get in. But yeah, JT, as you say, we've had a good successful run. This is just one of those years, and as I spoke about a couple of weeks ago, I think the hangover from getting so close in the Super Bowl again, I think it's just had a knock-on effect on some of these players. And yes, there's been some injuries, and yes, there's been some trauma and stuff internally that they've had to deal with, and it's just one of those years. And I think 49ers fans maybe, are spoiled, and therefore having a year where it doesn't all click.
Right.
It happens. It happened. Every other team, every team goes through that. You just got to accept that. That's part and parcel of supporting a team and being a fan, that some years just don't work. But it is painful to watch, but it's also nice in a weird way now to not have to watch these games with such tension.
Sure.
From a fan point, it's like now we just try and see what some of the other guys are about now for the last 3 or 4 weeks of the season.
So basically, that's what it's like being a Cardinals fan, because we have.
I mean, like I don't want to say it.
Season. Yeah, so I know exactly what you're talking about, but the loss of the Seahawks last week, went in stages for me. First, I was extremely depressed. Had to hide it from my son, right? But I was very upset, depressed. Couldn't believe here was our one opportunity. I said it on camera. Kyler needs to show up. He needs to show up in big games. I think I had Jenkins, Zach, Carbonet. But Kyler needs to have a big game, and he didn't. So I definitely, it went in stages. I was depressed, then I was mad, and it really came down to this. I think Tuesday, I really came to peace with the idea that, this is a lot less to do. Even though Kyler had his worst game of his short 6-year career, no one really played well outside of Budda Baker and James Conner. To me, it was less about the Arizona Cardinals and more about the Seattle Seahawks. And the more attention you put on the Arizona Cardinals on that loss, the more you're disrespecting the Seattle Seahawks. From the first snap when that ball was kicked off in the air, it was evident the Seattle Seahawks came into play and we didn't. They smacked us in the mouth for every stage of their intensity, their impact, their rage, in the trenches, their play, their coaching, everything. We got played out, coached out. Their fans were in it from the get go. It was their stadium. So as much as and we went crazy, the Arizona media on Kyler. You would have think he threw 5 picks.
Yeah.
I'm like
Yeah.
listening to the radio, and sometimes I had to turn it off. It was like, man, did he throw 6? And I just didn't see it. Like, I was there.
Were they watching a
He,
different game where
he threw
was it,
2 picks. Like every single week, a quarterback throws at least 3 or 4 picks. It's a given today that a quarterback in the NFL today is going to throw at least 3 picks. There may be a
Yeah.
quarterback that throws 4. It happens every single week. He threw 2. Now, granted, they were bad picks. They were bad picks. He had a bad game. Period.
I mean,
But he
one of
wasn't
those
the
games
only
was
one,
today.
right?
I didn't think like this on Monday, but I'm going to say this today. We're trending in the right direction. Hey, we weren't that Cinderella story. We went from last to first, in 1 year, right? We won 4 games last year. We're going to win in the 8 to 9 range. If last year they hired Jonathan Gannon and they told you as Cardinal fan, hey, listen, I'll win you 4 games this year. I'm going to win you about 8 or 9 games next year, and then the 2025 season, man, we're going to be
Watch
balling
out.
out in
Yeah.
that 12-win range. Would you take it? Are you kidding
Of
me?
course.
Yeah. How
Are you
quickly would you?
kidding
How
me?
many hands would be snapped off?
Oh
Right? If
my
people-
God. There's not a Cardinal fan on this planet that wouldn't take that. And guess what? That's where we're trending. So it was a loss. It was bad. To me, today, it was less about the Arizona Cardinals, more about the Seattle Seahawks. I didn't say this 3 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago. They're for real. They are
They're on a run
absolutely
now.
for
They
real.
are.
They can run the ball. They can throw the ball. They can play defense. They're playing inspired defense. I don't know what's up with Kobe Bryant, Ernest Jones. I mean, they're playing some great linebacking over there. Their secondary looks phenomenal. I don't know what Bo's talking about. Can't stop the run and injury. I don't know, man. They just look phenomenal, and they put a sample size together where it's not just 1 or 2 or 3 games. It's since the
It's
bye. You
just a
guys have
run of
been
4 or
killing
5
it.
now, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, the defense has really come together after the bye week. Like that,
very
that
inspired.
has been the biggest thing. And of course, now Nwosu's going to be back in full form. So, I mean, that's huge for this team. But, me saying that during the year, even though they played pretty well over the last 4 weeks on defense, I mean, significantly better than they've been, they're still like 27th against the run. Right. So that tells you how bad they were all year up to that point. Right.
Well, you lost to the Giants, so I mean, we got it, we saw it, But I mean, the last 4 or 5 weeks, you guys
like
just playing lights out. And
Yeah, you made the Giants look really good, didn't you? Yeah.
really good.
what if Bruce Arians said, the real season starts after Thanksgiving. It's how you
Yeah.
play after that, and in December, that's what makes or breaks. And you guys are playing great ball right now. So, listen, we had a horrible game. Kyler had the worst game of his career. He did not step up at all. But to me, I think that would be a disrespect to Seattle. Seattle just,
Yeah, Charbonnet just looked like he came out
oh my
angry.
gosh,
Oh,
Charbonnet's still
man.
running somewhere against us.
He's still
I mean,
going, right? He's got Forrest Gump. You guys have got to be standing against
Oh my God.
somewhere. He's just
And me and Bo talked about that last week. Remember, Bo?
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. And the best part about him having the day he had was
What was a good part?
Jay's loving this. Yeah.
was the line did their job. Right? Like that's been one of the biggest problems with our offense and why our running game has not been good, despite the fact that we've had Charbonnet and, Walker, is the line has struggled to open holes. And
Sure.
And this last week, he wasn't getting hit behind the line. He was finally getting to take on linebackers instead of getting hit by 6'5" Samoan guys.
He was finding an open field and going north and south.
Exactly.
He was not. He was putting one foot in the ground and going, and it was very impressive to see.
No, as much as I loved the stat line he had, I was watching the line play. I was like, finally,
they've got it together.
Yeah. What do you have? 18 for 136.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, he had a day. He had a day.
Well, and the thing is Kenneth Walker is so revered here in Arizona. We just think the absolute world of Kenneth Walker, and we put him like in that almost in that Saquon Barkley category. Not quite, but that dude's a special talent. So
No
when
question.
we found out he wasn't playing, we were so happy and giddy. And if we would have known, I think we might have asked for Kenneth Walker because
Can we
that
have the
was
other
just
guy
a
in, please?
pass whooping. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I have the guy that's kind of banged up rather than a healthy Charbonnet?
Oh my God.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. On the Niners front, one of the throws that I didn't get was, the throw into triple coverage that ultimately gets picked, right?
Yeah. The one to Jennings down the side, like
that play made absolutely no sense, and you saw him like staring it down and winding up for it, and you're like, "There's no way he's going to throw it away, right?" And I mean, I guess
he's aiming at the end zone or something on that one because it's like it's like everybody of the Rams it was like the whole Rams defense was circulating in that little corner. It's like you can't throw it there, so don't throw it there.
It was weird. I thought for sure he was just throwing it away, right, with the pressure coming and everything.
Yeah,
but this year, I really thought was going to be your guys' best last chance, right? Before the contracts start coming up and team starts to dismantle a little bit. After this game and really kind of this season, some of the decision making, does that make Purdy's contract a little more manageable? Does he not get that $55 million that they're just handing out to every quarterback? Is he more of that Daniel Jones 45 instead?
I think he's more in. I think I saw something today. More in the. If you consider Kirk Cousins got like 100 million for 2 years, I think he's in the 35, 40 million for 4 or 5 years. Give him a long-term contract, but don't give him
under 40.
Yeah.
There's no way he's under 40 because Daniel Jones got 40 and he can't play football.
Oh, yeah, he can't.
So he's going to be 45 for sure at a minimum.
Yeah, but I don't think it's the breaking the QB market.
No, and he's come out and said that. He's come out and said, "I'll take the Tom Brady contract. You give me whatever."
I never thought he would ask for that sort of 60 million break.
I was hoping he would.
Yeah, he would, because it would mean that we'd have to offload all the other.
But
I think we'd have to retool anyway. But yeah, I think you're right. I think 45, 50. The market will reset again at the end of the season. Obviously, when there's going to.
I don't think he's going to ask for top 5 money though.
No. And I think maybe he, with the way this season has gone, and I don't think any of the
San Fran.
Yeah, I don't think any of the losses are on Purdy as such this season. I don't think his stats are he's still up there on yards per gain and all that sort of stuff. So his PFF and all the scores and the stats and measurables are good. He has thrown a lot more picks. He has held the ball a lot longer this season as well. But has that been
where he effectively lost you the game?
Yeah,
or 2, I guess, because that pick really kind of ended your game too.
That was he was forcing loss as a quarterback stat when it fits our narrative.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
but
always,
hey, remember Jimmy G
not
always
a quarterback
won.
Stat, but if it fits your narrative, you make it one.
It's always a quarterback stat.
Yeah,
it's never a quarterback stat.
Everyone says it's not, and it shouldn't be.
No, it should not be. No,
it always is. But it is, and it's why guys
anybody watching the 49er games this year knew it wasn't Brock Purdy. They don't have this record because of Purdy.
No. But I mean, just to show that win percentage is a thing, Jimmy G keeps getting jobs because teams he lands on win despite him being on the field, right? Because 0 teams has he played
in spite of him, yeah,
right. But because he has like a 700 win percentage, you know what he keeps doing? Surviving in the NFL,
getting another contract somewhere else. Yeah,
exactly. So even though it shouldn't be a stat, it is one. Like it absolutely is one.
It definitely is. But I think,
it's definitely a stat. No, they keep track of it.
Yeah, I think you're right. Purdy gets a 45, 48 million, 4 or 5 years, allows some retooling and recalculation with some of the, kick down the line. I don't know who comes back after this year, though.
I think he gets 55.
Yeah.
And the only reason I say that is Trevor Lawrence, 55, right? Love, he got it after 7 good games.
Yeah, he got.
He's at 55. You got Tua cruising around at 55. And you can say that Purdy has done more than all of those guys.
Oh, sure.
The only guy that's getting 55 that has outperformed Brock at this point is Goff.
Yeah.
I mean, because even Cousins is, it was like 53, right?
Yeah.
Purdy's done more in the playoffs than Cousins.
Sure.
Right? So, I mean, when you're looking at the body of work.
Even more of an argument that wins and losses is not a quarterback stat.
Well, I can attribute a lot of those losses to Trevor Lawrence in some of those unassisted fumbles and stuff. Like, he earned quite a few of those.
Yeah. No, I'm not a Trevor Lawrence fan at all.
Now, I mean, the fact that they don't play defense at all also is a problem. But
also doesn't help. But as a generational talent, which is the moniker that was given to Trevor Lawrence coming out, he's certainly not lived up to that at all, has he?
Still waiting.
No,
still waiting for that. That generation has sailed.
The one that really shows you that it shouldn't be a quarterback stat is Joe Burrow this year.
Yeah.
He's putting up.
Well, his 2 games against Baltimore.
He's balled out, right? He's got.
I mean, he should be one of the front runners for the MVP. He's not in the race because their team is terrible.
Yeah, but he's been lights out.
His stats and his lines and TDs and yards he's thrown for and everything else are insane. But his defense just as porous as I don't even know. I can't even think of something that equates to how bad that Bengals defense has let that team down this year.
I mean, I've seen tackling cones create more tackles.
Get in the way more, causing stop things more than that defense.
I mean, it's
been bad.
People more than their defense.
I wanted to get onto the guys. The big story coming out of the Thursday night was obviously Devondre Campbell quitting mid-game. How has that gone down in the US? I mean, over here, slightly different. Removed, but it's not being looked on favorably, shall we say? How's it been stateside?
I mean, you can't quit on your team. That is
under any circumstance.
I mean,
no matter what, right? No matter how bad it's going. Exactly.
He's getting right over the goals.
Oh yeah. No, when Antonio Brown did it, it made sense, right? Dude's crazy.
Yeah.
The brain isn't fully connected anymore after that, perfect hit. He was brought in because Greenlaw was hurt. Right. So you weren't even brought in to be the starter. You had a decent season, right? You got like 79 tackles. And then at the end of it, it's like, okay, well, Greenlaw comes back. Well, he's an all-pro player. Of course he's going to get his spot back. So basically you're just throwing a temper tantrum because you didn't retain your starting job. Well, you didn't do enough to keep your starting job. Like, you were good. It's fine.
But you let Geno Smith run in from 25 yards
behind Warner.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, you did your job, but you didn't do anything.
It's Greenlaw.
Exactly.
It's Greenlaw. Come on.
It's Dre Greenlaw, and then it's the drop-off, right, to anybody else who's going to be
you're
and that's no indictment on anybody else, but that just says mountains about Greenlaw.
Yeah, like, he's an all-pro. Like a perennial all-pro. So, of course, you're going to put him back in the game.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean,
come out and be like, oh, I'm not going to play. And, I mean, you're on a 1-year prove-it deal anyway, right? You were having a good year. Another team was probably going to pick you up. You know what they're probably not going to do now?
They're going to touch you with anything, right?
Exactly.
Well, and the thing with the AB situation, and the guy, the Buffalo Bill did that in halftime against the Colts game, right? Walk off, is they were tired.
Yes.
They really said, hey, that's it. I'm done. And they kind of walk off into the sunset. What Campbell did is a little bit different. He quit.
Yeah.
And that's looked at completely differently.
That
was career suicide. And, that's just one thing you don't do. And I understand maybe his emotions got the best of him at that moment, but that's the one thing you don't do is you don't give up on your teammates.
Yeah.
Originally they were like, yeah, this dude's out of here. And personally, that would have been the thing. I'd have just been like, kick rocks.
The move.
I mean, our season's over anyway, so it's not even like it matters. And, you can get out of here. You basically just threw away $1 million of your contract. And instead, I was seeing this morning that there is a scenario where they just suspend him with 3 games left, why bother?
What's the point?
Yeah. Like there's
elevate somebody from the practice squad and give one of the rookies or one of the other guys.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like why
Especially
would
given
you
the state of where you guys
the
are right
season's
now.
right. The season's done. You don't need to hang around with a veteran who's not going to be here post June cut anyway,
No.
right?
Well,
He's
and
gone, so
nobody's going to trust you, right?
Yeah.
Like say you're moving out of your house. Is that a guy you want carrying the other into your couch? Nah, it's cool. You
Right.
know what?
Yeah. I got to find somebody else.
yeah, it's fine.
No,
You know, put that
I'll
down.
take
Go.
the chances with a stranger.
God,
Exactly.
It's such a
Exactly.
that is a random story. I did not realize that. What?
Devondre Campbell, he didn't play and he went into the locker room at some point.
Yeah, he said he didn't want to play today.
Play today?
Yeah.
During the game or before?
No, this is in the third quarter.
Has that ever happened to you where a player said they didn't want to play in a game?
No.
I mean, that's it, right? And a number of the other the number of the Niners players have come out, kind of going, "What?
Oh yeah, Ward,
There's been
Kittle,
no
Kittle came
sort
out
of
and
like-
said, I've never had that happen, and I hope I never do again.
Yeah,
You know, I never want to
There's
be.
been no
So,
sort of
do you
circling
think
the
the
wagons,
guys
is
in that
there?
locker room are going to trust Campbell ever again? No, not at all. So the best case and the best for both parties is for Campbell to leave.
Out the door, off you go.
Yeah,
Again, suspending him seems bizarre unless it's like to prove a point. I'm going to suspend you with no pay and then cut you. I don't understand why they wouldn't just send him straight out the door.
I would just I mean the only reason you do it is if you think that he might go to a team that'll play you. Like because you could burn him,
But
put him on the back
even-
burner because that could be a suspension without pay. So you may get a keep the contract, right? Because that was a insubordination type of thing, right? So maybe you don't have to pay him if you suspend him, but you also ensure that he can't play for anyone else. It's the only scenario
Going to
that
the
even kind of makes sense. Personally, I would just be like, yeah, and we're done. Like,
And we're done. See ya. Even though you know our defensive calls and even though you know the scheme, get out the door. It doesn't matter. And as you say, at this point, it doesn't matter for our season anyway. So what?
Exactly.
He goes to the Cardinals, and the Cardinals get some history and get some background on us. But
you guys
as you just said,
play
Jake, no team is going to touch him after.
We play him the last game of the season.
oh, you guys had
Yeah.
you played each other the last game? Oh, okay.
Last game. So it could be, the Cardinals get some schemes and whatever else for that last game, which might be important. But you just said, Jay, no team's going to want to touch that. No coach or anybody's going to trust that he's not just going to up and quit again when he gets it. Oh, it's a bit hard, or this other guy's
Right.
come in and he's a bit. It's bizarre, such a bizarre thing
It
to
is.
watch play
Well,
out.
he's been around the league for a long time, so
He
Yeah.
played for us.
I could even kind of get it if he was like a rookie or like a second year guy who just gotten his feelings about it, right? But this dude's been in the league for over a decade, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
He's not. Yeah, he's a veteran. He's knocked around. He's played for a number of different teams. So
He was
Yeah,
on our
he's got to
roster.
know the score. Surely he, as you say, he was brought in as Dre Greenlaw's cover until Dre got fit again.
Yeah.
Everyone knew that as soon as 57 was back and running and 100%,
And you're telling me he
straight
didn't know
back in.
pregame that, hey, Greenlaw's going to start, and then you'll spell him if
he will
needed.
spell
Like,
in
come
as
on,
he
you knew
because he's
pregame.
tired,
So if
right?
you're-
Oh, come on.
If you were going to throw this temper tantrum, why didn't you do it pregame and save everybody the embarrassment?
Yeah, don't suit up, don't come out or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Don't get suited up and then
well, that's the thing is he suited up, which is terrible. Like
because
if
it
you
takes
were-
a roster spot,
That
takes a
burns the
player spot.
Yeah.
Exactly. But if you were butthurt about it, the guy's had back injuries and stuff. He could have just been like, hey, you know what? My back's tightening up today. And no one would have thought anything of it, right? You're a 10+ year vet
Absolutely.
in the league.
And you
it's
save a lot of face.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
that's
lot
the
of- you
thing,
can
right?
still keep that chance of the next. You've done reasonably well for us. That next contract, somebody will pick you up. If you just gone, ew, just feeling it. Give
Yeah.
somebody else the spot, and we could, elevate one of the younger guys out of the special teams or whatever else. Saves him face, saves all that sort of stuff. But yeah, what went through his mind is bizarre, isn't it?
This feels so much like the Richardson tapping himself out because he was tired. Like he could have just said, hey, I tweaked my ankle running around, and no one would have thought anything of it. Like sometimes, you know what? It's okay to just be like, hey, this may be where I'm at in my feelings, but what I'm going to say
say
not
is
gonna
actually
ruin my
like,
career.
yeah. And I remember watching that Richardson one, and I remember watching when he tapped the helmet and was like going out, and I thought, oh, he's got dinged, because it actually looked like he got dinged like in the ribs or something. So I would have kind of gone, well, maybe that was it. He could have got away with just saying, my ribs I was feeling it in the ribs just for a play or two. But to come out and say he was tired, and
to that point, like get dinged in the ribs, just be like, hey, I had to come out, I couldn't breathe, right?
Yeah.
And everybody be like, oh, okay, fair enough. Like,
yeah, it looked like,
breathe,
that makes
cool.
sense. It
Like,
happens.
I'm
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah, I was a bit tired. I wanted to take a knee.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
I just want a starburst. Yeah.
Needed some Gatorade from the side. Yeah, that's it's such a bizarre thing. But yeah,
Weird.
so looking forward for you guys on Sunday. So Jay, you've got the Patriots coming to town. A get right game.
I mean, I hope so. I mean, it looks, as far as the playoff picture goes, looks kind of bleak here. We really got to win out.
Right?
Yeah, you guys got to go 1-3. You got a tough schedule, but it's not that tough.
For you guys to win, we actually have to lose out.
Yeah.
Because
I think where it sits now, you're at 8-6 now, right?
We're at 6-8.
You're at 6-8.
Seahawks
at 8-6.
Because you need 3 wins to get by us.
Yeah.
Because
with 4 games to play.
Yeah. Yeah. So you'd have to win out, and we basically have to lose out.
And hope the Rams don't go on a run as well, right?
Yeah, I think the Rams also have to lose out.
Yeah. Because I think only one of us is getting out of this division, I think.
Yeah.
Into the play. I don't think unlike the last few seasons, I don't think there's 2 representatives of the West in the playoff picture this year.
No.
I mean, there is a chance because Washington has been so inconsistent as of late.
No, they've done the whole Cliff Kingsbury 7 wins and
100%
off the cliff, right?
Yeah.
So there is a chance a wild card comes out. Basically, you have to go on a pretty decent run for that, and you need Washington to, do what you kind of see them doing currently.
Cliff does, yeah. Yeah, so we'll see. Hey, 1 game at a time. I mean, today's matchup is both of us are kind of middle of the road. We score a little better than they do. They have a problem moving the ball. Everybody likes to sing May's praises, but they're still 32nd in the league in passing the ball, so they don't really have an air attack. They love their tight ends. So I think it's going to be one of those 23-20 games. We'll see.
Gotta love Steve-O.
Steve-O, he's in there saying there's a chance we make the playoffs. I think we've mentioned it. I think it's 0.1%, right? There's still a chance. It's like 49ers fans are clinging on to it.
I'm just not. Yeah, I'm not hanging my hat on that.
There's definitely a Dumb and Dumber meme here. So you're telling me there's a chance, right? Yeah.
Yeah, there's a chance, all right.
Yeah.
So I think our chance is just beat the Patriots, which ironically, what was it, 2 years ago, almost to the day, is when Kyler blew his ACL against the Patriots. It was on, I believe, December 13th. I think it was the 9th play of the game. I remember sitting there and watching it happen as he rolled out to the right side and kind of ran and just went down. And you could hear a pin drop in that stadium. It was so quiet. So
it was horrible. Those are always horrible, aren't they? When they're non-contact ones.
Yeah, those are the ones that make you,
make you go, oh, that's the bad one. Yeah. And Bo, how are you feeling about your?
Pretty good.
What's that?
I think you guys beat up on them pretty good. I mean, you guys are a 6-point favorite at home.
Yeah, I think you run all over them. I don't think they've got, as you say, they haven't gotten much of a running game. Drake May is growing into being an NFL QB, but he's in year 1 of he's got nothing around him.
Well, that's the thing is they have no weapons at all. Like their defense is decent, but there's no weapons. And I mean, you guys are such a better team than this Patriots team. So I would bet you beat up on them pretty handily.
Yeah.
I hope so. I mean, we're trying to piece it together. And, we haven't looked good the last 3 weeks since the bye. So
yeah. I don't know. I mean,
I definitely don't want to tank for a pick, but I'm in that category. I would never ever want to tank for a pick ever.
No, Then you
care.
got to play out. You got to see what you've got, and as I said, use your reserves, use your practice squad, use your other guys who haven't.
And I can even say that now because of
yeah.
Monty Osa. Monty knows how to draft, so it's like I don't care if we're drafting
Yeah.
3rd, 15th, 32nd. It doesn't matter. Monty knows what he's doing.
I mean, besides, you can't even tank for a pick now because there's teams that are so much worse.
So much worse.
We're right in that middle zone that you don't want
middle of that 15 to 20, right? You're not going to get much better where you are now.
Even if you lost out, you're still in the middle of the pack because you got 2-win teams still out there.
Yeah,
still teams that are really bad. Yeah, you look at it, and even though I looked at it quickly. The playoffs sort of on the bubble. There's still like loads of teams in the NFC that are still nominally on the bubble or have a chance to get in. And then you look at the AFC, and there's like so many already eliminated and out of there. And there's so many bad teams. It's not worth, as you say, tanking from this point on. Pointless, or you might move up one slot if you're, and you've got to see what you've got. And especially for the Niners, we've seen the star players and we've seen that first line, and we've also struggled with that sort of slightly downgraded second 11, if you like. So we need to put them in and blood, as the old saying, you blood the youngsters or whatever else. You got to get some of those guys, those rookies, those second years who maybe haven't been playing a lot. Give them the next 3 games, give them the 4 games, and let's see what you got there.
Yeah.
I suppose if it ended today,
I think
the Niners would be
13, 14 somewhere,
like that. So I mean, what if you tanked out? You'd move all the way up to 11. like who cares?
Yeah, it's just not worth it.
Let's see, where's Arizona on this?
Arizona must be what, 19?
17.
No, 17.
17. The Rams are 18. So I mean, we're all bunched together in the same kind of spot. And so Seahawks are sitting at 23. I mean, like for any of our teams, if we're mathematically out of it, it doesn't make any sense to just try and lose games because you're not in the top 10 and you're not going to get into the top 10. I mean, 8 of the top 10 have 3 or fewer wins. We still have 2-win teams.
Now, luckily, the argument to tank is that a lot of those 2, 3, 4-win teams are quarterback needy teams. So if you can get into that 4, 5, 6-win range, and you don't need a quarterback, now you're picking up.
You're going to be picking up some good. You're going to be picking up some good quality coming out of there.
So normally I would agree with that, but there's only 2 quarterbacks that are going to go in the first round anyway.
Yeah.
So
is this a bad quarterback draft?
Yeah, I mean the only 2 that are going to be first rounders are Shador and Cam Ward. Outside of that, you're going to have Quentin Ewers as your 3rd guy, and he's going to be a day 2 guy because
Gabriel coming out. Is Gabriel coming out from Oregon, or is he staying in?
Who knows?
I
JJ McCarthy went early, so who knows, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't think Bo Nix would go this early. I didn't think JJ McCarthy would go that early. So who knows?
Yeah, I mean, really, your next best highest guy is Ewers, but because of his injury history, like he's going to be a late 2nd, early 3rd, right? Like someone's going to take him there just because the talent level's there, but because he's been injured all the time, Not to say that it's always a deal killer. I mean, Tua went high. But
some guy will pop at the combine or the draft and mean.
Some guy will have a great pro day and
predicted to go that high. Josh Allen was not predicted to go that high.
Zach Wilson, Zach Wilson did right? He threw that 70-yard bomb, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, where's that guy been?" Oh,
that was Richardson. Right?
That was him.
He had a great pro day, and everybody just forgot about his tape while he was at Florida.
Because none of that matters.
None of that matters.
Only the Underwear Olympics matters.
That's right. He was awesome with no defense and no pads. Yeah. It's like, yeah, great. Like I can still throw a nice ball with no defense and no pads.
Right.
I get throwing it to my buddy over there as well. Exactly. Who knows how you throw it. Come on now. You do wonder, sometimes you just have to laugh at the NFL and the analysis and all that. It just goes out the window. People go, pro day. Oh, he was amazing at his pro day. It's like, but that means nothing. We've seen it time and time again where players are like, "Oh, great pro day," but they've only played one season of senior, football at college or whatever else. They come through, they have one season, they play 12 games or 13 games, and then they go into the NFL and go, "Oh, wow, football's quite hard." It's like, well, of course.
So the funny thing is I don't know why.
Trey Lance pops to mind when you say that.
Oh yeah, right. I mean, one half, not even a full season of NDS. SU football, because it was the COVID year and whatever else, and he sat most of that out. He, I think, played 12, 13 games total in college. Yeah. Of course, he goes to the NFL and goes, "Wow, this is fast. This is new. I can't play this game." And Richardson's in the same position right now. He's just like he's not played enough, and which is why it's interesting to see Bo Nix and Drake May, being
guys who have played a ton of snaps in college.
Played a ton of snaps at college,
right?
Yeah,
it translates. I
just never get why people put so much emphasis on the pro day, because everyone should look good with no defense, right?
Yeah.
So I look at the pro day as Alabama playing Temple, right? If you beat the brakes off them, you're like, okay, well, you're supposed to, because they're a bad school.
Like, well, duh, yeah.
If it's close, so say you kind of don't have a great pro day, you're like, it's not like, oh, Temple did something great. You're like, oh, what's wrong with Alabama? Like, why were they off today, right? And then if you happen to lose, say you have a bad pro day, it's still not the conversation of the team that beat you. It's like, oh, maybe you're just not a good team. And so, like, there's really only downside to doing these pro days.
And that's why you see these pros, Marvin Harrison Jr., guys like that, you see these guys opting out of pro days because where's the upside to it? It's only a lose-lose situation.
Exactly.
I thought what Harrison Jr. did was really, I thought it would set the standard going forward for those kind of exceptional players. Like, I'm surprised Travis Hunter is playing the bowl game. I thought, he's got his Heisman Trophy. He's going to, sit down. Doesn't need to be risking anything in the bowl game. He certainly doesn't need to do a pro day. Everyone's got the tape on him. Everyone knows what he's got. Everyone knows what Ashton Genty's got. They don't need to go to a pro day because it's like it's on tape, right?
Like what you were saying, Bo. You have 2-3 years of tape. What I've done, or this one day with perfect scenario.
Yeah, indoors usually.
A 2-3 year sample size.
It's usually in a gymnasium as well, right?
But guys like Bill Belichick and guys like they do. McVay, they do. Okay. Yeah, of course they might look at your pro day as well, but it's just the day. They put more credence and more weight into that 2-3 year sample size.
I like it.
I like it. I like it. Who needs to talk about football when you got billions, right? Come on.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. No, that being said, like some of those guys opting to do their pro day and stuff, I do get, or the bowl games, because some of those they're just highly competitive and they want to play every snap they can play. Because
and especially, some of them are like they've come through college and they've played with those guys for 3 years and they, one final game with all their buddies who, half, 2/3 of those guys won't ever pad up and play ever again. So they want to give them one final hurrah type thing. So I get that as well.
It's still a trophy in the case, right? Like it's a bowl game, but you're like, hey, like I want to win. Every time I lace them up, I want to win. Right. And so like some of those guys are just competitive enough that they're like, yeah, I could get hurt at any time. I could get hurt in walkthroughs. Like, so let's go. During my career, I actually tore a tendon in my thumb in practice. Like talk about the worst way to miss part of a season because I couldn't move my thumb was it was tip drills. And I went to tip it up and just caught my thumb wrong, tore the tendon in my thumb.
Ouch.
Yeah.
There you go. These, as you say, these things happen. You can twist an ankle falling off a curb or something, right? So anything could happen. So I get that. I totally get that. But yeah, those pro days and how much emphasis gets put on those is just bizarre coming when we get into draft season. But I think also it's draft season where the media goes also a little bit insane, because football's finished. There's not really a lot to talk about, right? So stories get completely escalated out of all proportion when it's like, you got nothing to talk about. Oh, pro days are coming. Great. Well,
Well, and they are going to talk about the guys that showed out, right? That threw a 75-yard bomb in the air. I mean,
Yeah.
those
Looks
things
great.
we talk about.
But well, that's interesting. What's that? Teelam showing up in the Monsters. I mean, he's been balling out. And what do you think about the Panthers? I know it's not NFC West, but I think Bryce Young has started to, that benching.
They are scary. They are balling out, and I do not want to see them next week. We need to play very well today. We need to get our together today against the Patriots, right? Because that team we play next week, the Panthers, they're for
putting
real.
some bits together.
They are for real. They are playing for each other. They have nothing to lose, and that's a dangerous team. When you're playing for that guy next to you and you have nothing to lose, ooh, man, I'm that game gets me nervous.
Yeah, no, it's a hungry team. Like they've been real close in a lot of games.
They have. They've been very close, very competitive games. So yeah, that's
kind of nice for the Carolina fans, right? Because that
Yeah.
whole organization seems pretty dire, but now the team seems to be playing.
Yep.
So how are you feeling about your Monday night game, though, Bo?
Yeah, I mean, so it's good because our defense really since the bye week has shown up, right? Yeah. Like we're playing significantly better on defense. And I like the fact that Green Bay has a real problem playing in Seattle. For whatever reason, they haven't won a game here since 2008. Whew. But whereas on the flip side, had this been in Lambeau, I would have been betting against my team all the way. We're like 3-13 in Lambeau. So, but for whatever reason, they really don't play well here in Seattle. And with the way that Love has started making some mistakes and where the way our defense has really started to step up, I like this game. I think it'll be a nail biter to the end. But I think Seattle can actually get this one done. And it's a game they really have to have. With the Rams winning on Thursday, this is a game if they want to stay in the lead in the division, if they want to remain in the driver's seat here, they have to win this game.
Yeah, well, especially with Minnesota next week. Yeah, you need to win one of these two games.
Exactly.
Yeah. You got a tough run in, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they could go 2-2 and win the division. But tonight and against the Rams for the final game are the two that they have to win, right? Because you need to be able to have even up the series with the Rams. And tonight's game, if Seattle wins the division, is a preview of round 1 of the playoffs, right? Like they get to see Green Bay again if everything were to end today.
The way it all pans out,
exactly. So it's this is really one of those must wins.
Yeah, because if you do see them again in the play, if you want that in your back pocket, going, "Hey, we saw you in the play, we saw you in a regular season, we know how to win." Yeah, it's one of those. It gives you that slight psychological edge if you do get to, absolutely. The Minnesota game, you probably, as you say, less so because the way it's all going to pan out and the way the seedings.
Right? They're a 2-loss team. Like they're in no matter what. So, and maybe you see them in the playoffs, maybe you don't. But
at that point, it's 2 or 3 weeks into the playoffs. If you got that far and anything goes, then regular season doesn't count by then. Yep.
Exactly.
I like your stretch because these are physical teams you're facing. Green Bay's physical defense, Minnesota's physical defense with Brian Flores,
Bears
defense coordinator, and then a very physical defense in the Bears, right? And you're playing Minnesota and the Bears in a 4-day span, right? You got Minnesota on Sunday and then the Bears on Thursday.
Minnesota is it's also here though. Like
it is, but then you got to travel to Chicago.
Exactly.
So hopefully you lose all 3 games.
So what we're saying is the Rams are going to be the NFC West representative. Probably right. Considering where we started
at the same time, the way you guys are playing right now, I could honestly see you winning out. There's no reason.
They're just nuggety.
There's no reason.
Could do
I mean,
it. Yeah,
just what you guys have been putting on film, what you've been doing to teams. It's almost like I do not care. We're going to play our style of football. And we're going to cram it down your throat. Period. It's the
thing that was probably the biggest takeaway from our game with you guys was the third down conversions. We were finally converting on third downs, right? Something we've struggled with all year, really for a number of years.
Well, we had a problem stacking Zach, so Zach would put you in great third down situations.
For sure, but we were also
that was the difference, right?
Off the field on third down, and that's something we'd also been struggling with. Like opposing teams, up until the bye week, were almost 50% on third down, right? And we had you guys down at I think it was like 25%, which is a winnable percentage.
Yeah, well, that's very winnable, of course. Yeah.
Still a lot of penalties though. We still ended up with 9 penalties, but
penalties have been a bane of everyone's life this season, though, haven't they? No team seems to be playing clean football, which is odd considering we're already, so deep into the season. They haven't still getting some sort of mind-numbing penalties and procedural penalties, which are like, come on, guys, it's week 15 by now. Clean that all up.
Those are the ones that are frustrating. Like, I don't mind the occasional holding or illegal contact, right? Where you're hand fighting, you get called for. It's like, that's in the speed of the game. I'm with it. It's the after the play personal fouls or alignment fouls. Like, those make me mad all the time. It's like, come on, guys, you know where you're supposed to stand. Like, this isn't new. Like,
you shouldn't be getting illegal shifts, so you shouldn't get any of that now. Come on. Or like we had like a couple of weeks ago where we had like 12 men on the field twice in a row, brain farts. Just come on. Those sorts of things shouldn't be happening. Yeah.
Well, and they're absolute just momentum killers, right? Like, even if you had something going well, all of a sudden you have 12 men on the field, or you have like a ridiculous holding that's not anywhere near the play. It's like, why are you holding?
And every coach talks about that. Now you're playing behind the sticks.
Exactly.
Now it's first and 15, first and 20, or second and 15, second and long. Just changes the dynamic of your play calling. So,
before the bye week, Seattle, their average third down was like 3rd and 12.
So it's no wonder your third down conversion wasn't great. That was going to be what I'm saying. You were saying you were so good against against the Cardinals with your third down conversion, but that's because you were 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4,
exactly,
or 3rd and manageable, as they got, not 3rd and 15 or 3rd and 12 or whatever. Wow.
Yeah, because I mean,
I'm trying to explain to my son when there is a 3rd and 12, 3rd and 15, and they do a check down or they do a short, 5-7 yard gain. He's like, "What are they doing?" I'm like, most of the time teams aren't trying to get a first. It's really about field position, son. He's looking at
not many teams
They're
have
trying to score
where they go
every single possession.
Unless you're the Lions.
Unless you're the Lions, and then
your punter never comes on the field.
Even when BA was here, BA was like, you want 1 point for every possession, time of possession you have. So if you possess the ball for 30 minutes, you want to score 30 points. So that was under the BA regime, that we were a much more high-powered offense then. But the field game,
I like that mindset. I like that idea.
Hey, you remember BA, no risk it, no biscuit.
That's right.
I mean, he was extremely aggressive. If we were down 3, it was like we were down 13 or 21.
Yes.
It was frustrating to watch, but no, he was very aggressive. We had some success with BA.
I mean, it either worked or it didn't, right? Like,
it's either a
sure
word could not be stated. Yep, it either worked or it didn't. A wise man once said that. Yep, absolutely.
Right, and boys,
I mean, that's the Lions, right? Like that's the Lions all the way through. Is Dan Campbell is as aggressive as it gets. Where you see him go for a 4th down on his own 30, and even in the moment of doing that, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you have
sometimes it doesn't even make sense. I'm gonna go for it, so I would kick a 35 instead of a 30-yard field goal. Like, what? Your kicker can kick a 65-yard field goal.
I actually liked the end of the game one, because the last 3 drives for Green Bay, they couldn't slow him down, right?
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, I could get behind that one, because it made it so they didn't have a minute to drive the field to try and tie it back up. But the 4th down on your own side, I'm like, man, there's zero chance.
That was gutsy, right? That's like,
he's wild, man. It doesn't always work out, but most of the time it does. His locker room speech was impressive, man. I was ready to run through a brick wall after that game. Hearing his
it's a hell of a game, that one, isn't it? That Bills Lions game. Whew, everyone's gonna be watching that one.
Oh yeah.
no matter where your team are, you're going to be like one eye is definitely on that Bills Lions game this weekend.
Yeah.
Whew.
No question. Yeah, that's gonna be a great game.
Yeah, and I think the Lions are playing in their sort of alternative black or something as well, so that's going to be looking
nice.
even more fun and games for them. Boys, it's been great catching up. This has been awesome. Even though you were reasonably gentle to me, so I appreciate you not rubbing it in too much. But
I know. I was expecting Bo didn't tweet anything and nothing. He was very
I think
respectful.
it was I think it was bad enough, right? Watching your own player quit. Watching your own player quit.
Was Bo knew his team whipped our ass, so he didn't need to say anything.
That's almost better, right? You don't need to say anything when your team does the talking for you. You're like,
all the talking on the field.
I mean, did you need to pile on when you have players like quitting on your team and shit? I mean, you're looking at that and you're like, man, that's just a bad look. Like,
just kick the man when he's down, right? Come on, you can't get any worse when your own player is quitting on you.
Yeah, I mean, it's no like you want to help them back up if you're going to keep boxing. Like,
it's like, come on, God, no, I won't hit you for 30 seconds. Let you catch your breath, right? Gents, enjoy your Sunday. It's been great talking to you. I love you guys.
Absolutely. Yep.
Thanks for tuning in the chat and the comments there. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.